Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is Ronald the Simmer, and this is episode 37. So here we are, guys, currently with Queen Orlin Odina, as she is sitting on her throne, looking at what seems to be the Crescents. So the Crescents have come to court with haste. After hearing about the imprisonment of Lady Audra Crescent, um, after her son left court, uh, of course, he was privy to everything that was going on. After her son left court, he went straight to his wife and told her about what was going on. And I feel like maybe Deianira would have even had a hand to play in that. She probably would have told her brother beforehand to, let the Crescents know that, Lady Audra is in prison. One of the people who do not agree with this at all is probably Deianira. So yes, they have come before the queen to basically plead for their mother's life, essentially, guys. Because I mean, killing a princess is a very serious crime, and I don't think anyone would get out of that, you know, and not die from execution. So yes, they have come over to basically plead for their mother's life. Well, for her mother's life. Um, I forget his name. I think his name is Thomas, if I'm not mistaken, or I think that's his son. On Joff. I don't know why I always forget everyone's name, but Joff. He's come to plead for his wife's life, as well as her heiress, Marcella, and daughter, coming to plead for her mother's safety. And of course, Oren is coming to help his wife and father-in-law on behalf, and their sister Elaine has also come to journey with them. But yes, Oren, of course, he wouldn't want this for himself, because of course that would mean that his mother-in-law would be a traitor, and a prince married to the daughter of a traitor would not look good. It's not like he had control over it, but the queen is going to come off her throne basically, and she is going to go ahead and talk to them. So let's have a deep conversation with all of them. We're having currently in so many words, I'm guessing a throne meeting, because the queen did summon this, and she has summoned it for a reason, guys. So we're gonna have a deep conversation with all of the crescents that are presently here. I'm gonna have the queen come sit back on her throne, so that no one else tries to do that. But yes, Marcella, her husband, which is the queen's son, is all here. They are in desperate need, trying to tell the queen that her mother is nothing but loyal. She would never do nothing like this. Never in the years have their mother has her mother raised her, has she ever even had the inkling that her mother was against was against Queen Orlin. Like, that's not something that that's not something that she believes that her mother is capable of portraying you. And I'm pretty sure Joff would have the same sentiments. They have left, of course, Kylis back at home. He's still just an infant. But they have left him back at home, and they left him in, of course, care of probably some servants. But I'm pretty sure the queen probably would be looking for her grandson, but he's definitely going to be at home right now. But yeah, they are pleading for the life of Lady Audra. Princess Mora is here, guys. So since, of course, Princess Deianira, Princess Elodie is going to be staying at Odina Castle for a couple days, maybe. She has moved basically her harem back at court. So Princess Elodie's harem is here. They're at Odina's harem. They're in this castle's harem with the queen's own harem, and her son is also here, as well as Soren, her father, is still here. But when this all does blow over, we're gonna send them back over to we're gonna send them back over to Moonstone Castle. They're just gonna be here for the time being. Mora is right now in her best or her crib, in her mother's room. So yes, she's right now in her mother's room being taken care of by Lady Hannah Mills. And you know what's also crazy, guys? Hannah has been with us since the start of the series. I wonder when she will pass away, because she has been an elder for literally the whole series. I think sooner or later she will end up passing away. But she's not going to be here forever. But anyway, yes, I just wanted to get that out the way. But also, guys, not only is the queen down here, Lady Giselle is upstairs in her bed chambers. She has taken. We're gonna talk about Lady Giselle for a second, guys. Now, with this whole dilemma that has happened um with Lady Audra, I do feel like Giselle feels guilty about this. I feel like she's very much hurting at the fact that her essentially her niece has passed away, and it is because of her. But I think that she is so convinced, so fueled with hate that she would probably convince herself that this is um all Audra's fault. If it wasn't for Audra, she wouldn't have gone to the risks of trying to kill her, and this whole situation would have never even happened. I'm pretty sure she's reasoning with the fact that she did kill one of the queen's children, because that's something that she probably. I don't think that Giselle wanted to do that. That's not something that she had. She wanted to get rid of her opposition. She wanted to get rid of the queen's opposition and also her opposition, which she believes to be Audra. She is crazed and thinking that Audra is, you know, she's crazy in thinking that Audra is basically the devil, evil, in so many words. And this all started because Audra secretly coveted the position of the Lady Hand. And it turned into a rivalry between these two women, that possibly could leak into their families, as sad as it is. But she is going through a midlife crisis. Like, this whole situation has imploded stress upon Lady Giselle, which is so sad. And I do think that she is very much sad from the death of Artemis, because she was getting close to both of the princesses. I think she is actually close to. Yeah, she's very close to Elodie, actually. Actually, let me look at this. Wow, Elodie is more closer to Giselle than Audra. And I think that wasn't a case with Princess Artemis. I think Artemis was more closer to Audra than she was with Giselle. Which explains why they were, together playing archery. That's kind of crazy that both the twins have opposite favorite aunts. I mean, I could be wrong in that regard, but um, I don't think that Giselle would have ever wanted to kill any of the princesses. Her goal was to basically marry, or not marry her son, but basically to make one of her son, a concubine to one of the princesses. That's something that she wanted to happen. But this instead happened, a tragedy that she is going to try to keep a secret for as long as she can. Because as we all know, last episode, guys, Lady Giselle did in fact hex the queen. She put a spell on her, and right now, the queen is in fact, she thinks wholeheartedly the person who killed Audra is in fact, the person who killed Artemis is in fact Audra. She has no ands, ifs, and buts about it. And she has convinced the queen using magic that she is, of course, innocent. That Audra was the one behind everything. She's always been a problem. And Giselle knows that there is a throne hearing being held right now, and she is going to definitely make an appearance downstairs. All dolled up in a nice outfit. Her her makeup is done. She has a jewelry on. She's going to come downstairs and she's going to show everyone that she is fine and she's out the dungeons, because we have found our treasonous lady, and it's not Lady Giselle. It is actually Audra. So Audra, she's going to make her way down here. I wonder if she has the transportaliate spell, and she does not. So we're going to get her to jog down here so it can be quicker. But yes, Orlin, even though she sees, um, and Audra is, well, Queen Orlin is closer to Audra than she is to Giselle. And that has been like a constant thing throughout her reign. There was a period where Giselle was more closer to the queen than Audra, and that was because she was kind of wavering with Audra. She didn't really believe Audra because Giselle kept trying to pin the queen and Audra against each other. But of course, that did not work in the end. I mean, it's kind of working now, but um, I'm gonna let the game play because I am just talking instead of playing. I think I'm gonna just let Elaine go. She doesn't have to be here because she's not the immediate heiress to she's leaving, I think, in total. That's fine. I don't have to keep her here. We're just gonna have our future High Lady of Crescent Castle here, and of course Prince Orin and Lord Joff. They're gonna just be here present for this. But the queen is already in she already believes that Audra is the person who did this, her that her good friend, almost like a sister to her, killed her own daughter. And I think it pains her even more because her own son is married to Marcella. And I don't even think the queen is not an evil person to where she would blame the child of the traitor, but I do not think that she probably would be too kind to Marcella. um I do think that she still loves Marcella, especially because this is her daughter-in-law, and she has a grandchild born from Marcella, a grandson. So I do not think that this is that she's gonna start hating Marcella, but she's definitely going to distance herself from the Crescents in general. Um, and she's basically explaining to her audience here, we already know who the culprit is. We have the evidence. Um, I don't think she would say evidence, but I think she would, because they really have no evidence against this. But maybe she would fabricate some evidence. Or maybe she believes she did. But Orlin probably would say we have evidence. Audra herself confessed to us that she was the one who murdered the princess, and everyone is going to be in shock and gasps, knowing that this is a lie. Well, Giselle knows this is a lie, but I'm pretty sure she may have altered the queen's memory into thinking that she did this when she really did not. Because Audra has not been told anything about this. I mean, she's still in the dungeons, and I'm pretty sure she does know. She does know what's going on. She knows that the queen is, in fact, being manipulated, and because I mean, there's literally they can hear everything goes on here, and there's like windows in here that in their cells that I'm pretty sure is echoey. Audra definitely heard what was going on in the cells. She's being mind controlled by Giselle, and I do not think for a second Dianira is going to believe this. And everyone knows that Audra is still in the cell, so Dianira is going to go ahead. She's going to sneak downstairs. Dianira, she's very passionate about this, and she hates the fact that this is happening to Audra. Somebody that she is, that's like she's actually really close with Audra, which is very sad. So I think she's going to come down here. Does she have a transportaliate spell? She does not, but we're going to get her to go here. Maybe try to talk to her through the cell. She probably put the key up already, so we're just going to try to talk to her through the cell gates or whatever. But she's going to try to slick off during this throne room audience. But the queen is telling her daughter-in-law basically that her mother was the one who did this. She murdered your princess, my daughter, a royal child of my blood, and she will pay the consequences for this. And I think maybe in her mind the queen probably would think that the reason why she's doing this is because Audra herself wanted to become queen herself, so she tried to bring down the queen's heirs. She already had a son married into her bloodline. So if anything were to happen to her daughters, the throne would automatically go to the Crescents through Oren. He couldn't of course become king because there's no kings in this kingdom. But maybe if he had a daughter, she could become queen, and that's probably what's going on through the queen's head. I'm sorry if you heard my stomach growling, guys. I am extremely hungry. Um, but yes, I am sorry for all the rambling. It's just a lot of story going on, but maybe instead of doing this, oh yeah, but I forgot all about Giselle. But Giselle is gonna pop through here, and she's going to basically conclude with the queen that yes, um, this is in fact all Audra's fault. She killed the Princess Artemis, and she's going to go ahead and yell at her. She's also going to accuse um Marcella and Joff. She's going to accuse Marcella and Joff of possible involvement with this plot, with what happened to Lady Audra. Wait, actually, just to be sure, is Audra locked in here? She is. Good. I just wanted to be sure. But yes, this oh, did not mean to do that. This is currently going on, guys. It's very sad, but this is just Giselle had she got control of the queen. What can I say? She did what she had to do to survive. It's a very sad thing. And I'm pretty sure that the only person who would not be believing this probably would be Clara. Because, well, and of course, Princess, I feel like maybe Princess Celestia and Princess Deianira as well, but very much Clara. She knows that this is all a scheme, and she has to sit by idly and just watch as Giselle basically destroys their queendom. Like, this is so sad because she does not want anything bad to happen to herself, as you know she would. I mean, I understand her sentiment. I feel like that's exactly why Clara's like kind of sitting back, because she wants to make sure that she knows exactly what's going on so she can exactly tell the queen. And of course she doesn't know the queen's under some type of mind control. And then on top of this all, guys, she also has to think about her children. She has 3 kids, I'm pretty sure. She has 3 kids, guys. She has her son Lamont, who is a part of Princess Elodie's harem. She has her daughter Clarabella and her son Julian. She's going to protect her children. But Giselle, she is going to yell at Marcella. She's not going to hold back. She's like, you have to be a part of this. What other reason is there? You know? So she's going to yell at Marcella and Joff. But yes, she's going to go ahead and do all of this. Now, one thing I am going to go ahead and go check up on is Princess Deianira, because she has made it to the dungeons. What is going on with her face? Oh, she's still crying. She is so hurt by Artemis's death. Oh, that is so sad. It probably hurts her a lot, because I do know that Deianira and Artemis, they did argue a lot. I mean, they still love each other, but they argued a lot, and it probably hurts her because she probably did not get the chance to get closer to Artemis like she probably wanted to deep down. Oh, that's so sad. That's really, really sad, actually. Blues grief. Sims with this grief type frequently experience sad emotions and are prone to gloomy interactions. Sims can cope positively by attending grief counseling, reading, painting, improving their logic skill, practicing wellness, or playing instruments. These activities can help lift their spirits and provide a healthy outlet for their emotions. Now, now that we are down here, I think that Audra, she is going to go ahead and come to well, we can't really get them to interact, but I must say that Dianeric doesn't have her key, and so she's kind of talking through. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. She's kind of talking through the holes of these cells here. Um, so let's go ahead and get her to come this way, and then face this way. What does this want? She wants to chat with Matthias, which is Princess Celestia's father, which is interesting. But basically, Lady Audra here, she is going to go ahead and tell Princess Deianira that she didn't. She's going to, of course, reiterate the same stuff, that she did not do this. But then she's going to also tell the Princess Deianira that she's seen something last night, or more so heard something, and the queen is being mind controlled. She doesn't really know what she's saying. She is believing fabricated stories that were created by magic. She doesn't know what is real. Is basically what what Lady Audra will tell Princess Deianira, that this is all being created by Lady Audra, and she would also tell the princess to tell her family to basically stay low. She would tell Deianira to tell her family to stay low, to be careful, and to tell them that she loves them, because she believes that she does not have much longer in this world, as sad as it is. And I think Deianira is going to take all this information and very much soak in it, because what else can she do besides say something? But it's not like her mother is going to believe her, because she's definitely under mind control. And if the queen, like, if she would, like, for example, if she was to go to the queen and be like, "Oh, you're under mind control, right?" And the queen's like, "No, I'm not," because she obviously believes that she's not. And then she's around the people, they're going to obviously agree with the queen. So she can't go about this an ordinary way. She has to find Deianira is going to basically have to just carry the weight of this information. And as sad as it is, the queen is going to basically announce today that Audra is getting executed. So Lady Audra, guys, she is going to be executed. She is going to have a sad fate. As tragic as it is, she's going to have a very sad fate, and she's going to pass away. She's going to meet the mortal quorum. But along with Lady Audra being executed, the queen has decided to execute Lord Joff as well. So in the midst of all of this happening, guys, I do believe that Giselle, of course, she probably has the queen's ear like no one else right now, because in her own warped mind, she believes that, of course, Lady Giselle has helped her unmask who killed Artemis. And I'm not even gonna say that the queen is fully under mind control, guys. I do believe that at first she probably was under deep mind control, but I feel like after the night passed, she's kind of in her she's herself. She's basically herself, but a lot of her memories, she has a lot of new memories, and those memories are basically created ones made by Giselle that make her believe that Audra is the one behind all of this stuff, that she's the murderess, that she's the one who killed Artemis. That's basically what's going on. And I'm pretty sure when the Crescents did come to court, there was lots and lots of debate amongst the Crescents and, of course, the queen herself about what would happen. But I feel like the queen would detain Joff. And I think that maybe Giselle, like, she's kind of playing with, I wouldn't say playing with the queen, but she's kind of she's influencing the queen in a lot of ways, because of basically her victory and the queen believing that she helped unmask who killed her daughter. And I feel like she probably would have played around with the fact that maybe you should execute all of the crescents. And the queen morbidly, like she was she was a little bit afraid of that, I feel. But then I feel like Giselle probably would be a little bit more softer in that regard, considering the queen now has a grandchild that is also a crescent. And she would apply Marcella the mercy. She would basically say that Marcella deserves mercy along with her siblings, as they probably did not know of their parents' plot. Um, and of course, as Marcella is now your daughter-in-law, we would not want somebody of royal blood being executed. Their blood on your hands, my queen. So she would offer some basically mercy to Marcella, and her siblings, as well as little Kylus. Um, but as Joff is Lady Audra's husband, he has some responsibility in her actions, and Giselle would basically tell the queen that basically both Audra and Joff need to be executed. So I think the first thing that they're going to do is grab Joff. We're going to actually add him to our household. We're going to also grab him, and he's going to basically be put in the same cell as his wife, his dearly beloved wife. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay, we have to hurry up and get Deianira out of here. I think Deianira maybe is just going to come over here and place some chests right here, soak in this new information that she's just found out. And the queen and Lady Giselle, they are going to make their way to the cell as well. Let's get them to come here and the queen to come here. So yes, they're going to escort Joff to his cell. I'm pretty sure the court is very much in shambles right now, surprised about what's going on. Just taken aback by everything that's going on. Execution is about to be taking place with one of the most powerful ladies of this basically this country. What is Joff doing? You're supposed to be coming downstairs. Oh my god. So let me see. I think it's because the door is locked. So let's just actually get him to come here. So we're gonna get them to come downstairs. But yes, guys, the queen is very much in belief that Joff and Audra is the one. Well, more so Audra, that she is the one responsible for these actions. Responsible for Artemis's demise, sadly. And will she ever be broken away from this? Who knows? But Giselle has definitely won in something, as sad and tragic as it is. Let's go ahead and get you guys in here, the cells. She's feeling flirty right now. This woman is actually kind of crazy. She's actually crazy. Why are you feeling flirty? She's literally getting what she wanted from the jump, which is to get rid of her opposition, Audra. So the queen and Giselle are down here. Come on, queen, turn this way. And we're gonna go ahead and unlock this room, and Joff is going to go ahead and join his wife in death. So we're gonna go ahead and let him come up in here. Come on. And I don't know if I told you guys, but wow, her hunger went down that fast. But earlier in the day, before I did start the episode, I'm gonna say that LOD, where is it? LOD snuck her some food, and it is because Audra is like somebody that she grew up with, like somebody that was around her life and stuff like that. So she gave her some kindness and giving her some food. And this is before everything was just found out now, what they believe to, because at first it was a toss up whether or not Audra or Giselle were guilty or innocent. But LOD was just giving her some food to let her know that, she still cared about her. But I'm pretty sure that she is in full belief that Audra was the one who did this, especially because of how close Giselle and her are. So she would have no inkling of what's going on and probably would follow whatever orders that are going to be casted out against basically Audra will be. So we're gonna get Joff to, of course, come sitting here. We're gonna unlock this door back for everyone. Let's lock for everyone, and I will see you guys on maybe at nighttime at 8 p.m. And we are going to hold the execution for Lady Audra and Lord Joff. Okay, guys, so we are back, and I will admittedly say that it has been 2 days since I last played. Um, since the last cut, I mean, because I took a break to go eat. I came back, I got really tired, I went to bed. Well, I took a bath before I went to bed, of course, but I did end up going to bed, and then I had to go to work. I was working yesterday, and I am also going through a breakup. So I did take a little bit of a break, like 2 day break, but I'm back. And here we are, guys, with the queen. We are on top of the castle. We never really come up to this area because there's no real point of us coming up here, but I want to start trying to make areas of the castle so much more useful, because this is a perfectly good area that we never use. It's literally at the top of our castle area, but yeah, they're up here because today we guys, well, right now at 8 p.m., 8:17 p.m., we are going to have the execution of Lady Audra and Lord Joff. So, the queen, of course, is hosting a private execution because she does not want to put her nobles, especially her most trusted advisor, Audra, out. And I think in the queen's mind, it's seen as weak to basically flaunt executions around with like people that she used to be very close with. So I think she wants to make this a very privatized execution because Audrey was very close to the queen, and she was a lady hand. She doesn't want to make a spectacle of this. She wants to be done with it because, of course, Audra, in the queen's belief, did commit a murder. And in Audra's mind, her husband was complicit in her actions. Did I say Audra? I meant to say Orlin. But in Orlin's mind, her husband's action, or his wife's actions were complicit. Well, he allowed his wife to do these things. Well, he doesn't really have a say so in what she does, but he, in the queen's mind, he was kind of active in whatever was going on. And she's sparing, of course, her Audra's children and, of course, her own the queen's grandson, because, of course, with the with the persuasion of Lady Giselle, she reminded the queen that this is her family now, and the children of Audra's wrongs. I mean, the children of Audra and the things that she has done that has nothing to do with her children, and we shouldn't blame them for that. And so Audra's kind of playing both sides. I mean, Giselle's kind of playing both sides here. She hates the Crescents, but she doesn't want to play it too harsh. But the thing is, with the whole dilemma with the Crescents not being executed, all of them, they're not allowed to come to court after this. Not for a while at least, because their mother is a traitor. Right now in history. So I did install a mod in these past 2 days. I used to have an old mod called Daily Spellcasters, but is no longer, I think, working, so I can't use that mod anymore. So I did download it, but then I had to delete it because it wasn't working. Like, the spear was literally invisible, and I couldn't do anything with it, so I just got rid of it. And Now I have another Maha. It's called I think it's called Untamable Untamed Magic. So basically now Untamed Magic, guys. So like everything that's in, let's see, let me go to spells. Everything that's in the Untamed Magic area, it could possibly kill someone. It's not 100% because I have it to where in my, they have two different versions where if you use those spells, you automatically just die. But if you are overcharged while using it, you can, somebody can die from using it. So um, of course, the queen, I mean, she wants to, she can host the execution, but I think the queen is not going to commit the action herself because I think, well, I know that she loves Audra and this is a hurtful experience for her. Even though she hates Audra after losing her daughter, I feel as if the queen still loves Audra, and it's a very hard thing for her to have to realize that her friend did this to her and that she has to execute her. So of course, as is the job of the Lady Knight, she's going to perform the duties, and she is already overcharged. I made her do a few spells before we got here. So Audra has I keep calling Giselle and Audra. I keep swapping their names together, but Giselle has prepared herself for this execution, and she's going to perform it. I think what we're going to do, I think the queen would tell them not to burn them. Or I feel like that kind of would be poetic since they're witches, so maybe we should burn them. Yeah, I think that she's going to go ahead and execute them both. Infernate. But the execution, of course, will be held right in front of our people at court. It's so sad. It really is sad. And Deianira has to sit here and watch after knowing what's going on, like after knowing what Audra told her. It's a very sad thing here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this stuff started. Oh goodness. Now I will have to make sure that people won't try to put out fires because I did test this and it's like they actually do burn as if there's a fire on the lot. So I have to actually make sure that nobody comes over and try to put out her fire. Yeah, see, look. Here's everybody coming. Yeah, nobody's trying to extinguish it right now. This is very sad. 2 executions in 1. I didn't want to do the fire because I feel like that's a very painful way to go out, in my personal opinion. So I think the queen was gonna allow them to have like a chilly death, but I think it's kind of like poetic to burn them since they are technically considered witches, and that was like a thing, common practice back then. So maybe like the common practice of execution for the witches will be burned, will be burning, maybe seen as a sign of purity. Oh my God, just Giselle's having overcharge problems after this. She's been using too much of her powers. Oh, Deianira, please don't leave this. What are you doing? Oh, okay. They're just walking around. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please, please don't do this. Don't take a bubble bath yet. See, look, look. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen. Let me reset the princess. Yeah, I don't... Hopefully not. Oh my God. Look at her. Look at her. No, reset. Don't do that. Oh God. This is so bad. I'm gonna cheat to make her overcharged again, and then I'm going to go ahead and I have to redo this spell on him. Instead of doing the Infernate, I'm just gonna do the Chilio. Stop it. Stop it. Poor Audra, but she definitely is passing away. Wait, is Joff even... What's going on with Joff? This is taking so long. Inferno. Yeah, there she goes. Spell. I guess we're just gonna try to infernate him again because it's not working. And there goes the Grim Reaper, guys. Giselle has passed on. And I think let's go ahead and try to work on Giselle's let me see. Come over here, magic. Yeah, discharge yourself so that you won't end up hurting yourself. Because you can definitely pass away from that. Why is he not burning? Yeah, stop this and get on fire, please. Okay, there he goes. This is so sad. Okay, let's just come over here and sadistically. Oh my god, that is so evil. Oh, I gotta take a picture of this, guys. Oh my god, I gotta take a picture of it. This is evil. Giselle is so happy. Should I do it to where it's like this too? Yeah, I think I should. She got what she wanted after all this time. But anyway, guys, because I'm getting a little silent here and there. Let's see. One thing I will end up having. Do not worry about the fire. Don't worry about the fire. Just let him pass away, please. I don't want you guys extinguishing that. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. But I think the queen's gonna come over here and ask her daughter-in-law Marcella. Well, she's gonna have to patch up her body for her mother. So actually, no. Let's get you guys to come over here because there's a man dying behind you all. Let's see, come over here. Look at the Grim Reaper. He stopped his job to come look at freaking Joff. Anyway, guys, you know what? I'm gonna pause right here and I'm gonna come back when everything is settled in because there's a lot of waiting around. And then I can talk more about the storyline and what's going on. Okay, guys, so we are back and we are in the Queen's Chamber after the death of Lady Ardra and her husband Lord Joff. And currently the Queen is having a discussion with her son and of course her daughter-in-law Lady Marcella Crescent and her son, of course, Prince Orin Odina. So the Queen is just basically telling her children, or her daughter-in-law and her son, that there were some actions made by her mother and things that can never be taken back. But to appear strong, you must not come to my court for at least a decade. Basically the Queen is softening it up a little bit, basically telling them that they are banished, but it won't be for it won't be forever, but it will be for a long time, because after what Audra did, it can never be forgiven, but we can move past it. Never forgotten, but move past it. Princess, well, not princess, but Lady Marcella, she's now a lady, guys. She is now the official lady of Crescent Castle, so she's inherited all her mother's titles because of her passing. She's not a lady hand, because the Queen did not appoint her. Actually, we have that seat officially vacant now, so the Queen can now appoint a new lady hand, which she probably will end up doing. But yes, Marcella is no longer just a young lady and waiting to inherit her title. She's now the official lady of her household, and her mother and her father's remains are with her, and they're going to start heading back over to Crescent Castle. The Queen is going to wish her son the best of luck, and maybe sometime in the future she will get to meet her grandson. But the crazy part is the Queen has still yet to meet her grandson. But I'm going to go ahead and move them out. Sim commands, maintain, move Sim into other household. Let's move you in, my love, with, oh my god, Liliana has gotten old. Let's move you in with Elaine. And we're going to do the same thing for Marcella. Maintain, move Sim in other household with your sister. Or, well, no, your husband, Orin. There you go. So there we go, guys. Marcella and Orin have been moved out. They're going to start heading back over to Crescent Castle. And I hope that everything works out for them. But sadly, Lady Giselle has gotten what she wanted. But over here, guys, we are going to have the princess come over here and talk to her mother as well. She's right now breastfeeding her daughter. She's officially, guys, in her second trimester. Crazy how time flies by so quickly. But Princess Elodie has not told anyone of her pregnancy. So it's very much a secret. And I feel like she's mostly keeping the secret because Victor. It's not so much a secret right now. I feel like rumors are starting to go around court, noticing that the princess's belly is kind of getting large. And I'm pretty sure Victor is wondering what the hell is going on. But he knows that his wife has her duties, but to be pregnant so soon after Moira, he's probably just so sad about it. He will become eventually sad about it. But Marcella. Oh my God, I'm so doing so bad with the names today. Elodie wants to talk to her mother about a very specific subject, and it is regarding one of her concubines. And she also wants to tell her about her pregnancy. So we're gonna go ahead and breastfeed Moira, and then we're gonna put her down, and then we're gonna go ahead and have the princess come over here and hug her mother. So let's come over here and be affectionate, hug her lovingly. Because of course a tragic thing has just happened, guys. And I was looking at the queen's I was looking at her moodlets, and she really is conflicted about this death of Audra. She's fine from it, from around death. Queen Orlin doesn't know what to do in a situation like this after losing an acquaintance, and also she's all alone. Any sim can get lonely, but Queen Orlin is a sim who loves to be surrounded with as many friends as possible. This has to be extra tough for her. So she is very much taking the death of Audra in a sad way. You know, it's very hard for her, I feel, but she's going to try to keep a sane face for the sake of it. Okay, stop talking to her. They're arguing right now, I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing maybe they're arguing about the fact that Marcella believes that her mother is innocent, and that she was wrongfully executed, and maybe the queen's trying to put her in a place right now, and probably telling her to tread carefully, as you are my daughter-in-law, and I wouldn't want to hurt you as well. But hopefully Marcella will end up leaving soon, and follow her husband. Stop talking to her. Leave her alone. Dianira is also in here as well. Oh my god, yes. And we also have a blood bank, guys, because Victor here, I officially did make one for him, because we need to start getting him to drink blood, and I do not want him drinking off the people in the castle. So let's get him to compel him for a deep drink. And we're gonna have the princess, excuse me, I just belched. We're gonna have the princess go ahead and go in her mother's rooms quickly. Come on, come over here, and then you can hug your mother lovingly. Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get the princess to come over here and hug her mother. And come over here. Come on. Hug her mother. There you are. But she's gonna tell her mother that she wishes to speak with her about a very important matter. Let's go ahead and get them to sit and chat here. Dianira looks like she's about to leave the room. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put on autonomy now, since I've kind of gotten everything I wanted done. So I'm gonna let them kind of take care of themselves. But she's gonna come over here and talk to her mother because she wishes to speak to her about one of her concubines. Now, since after the death of Lady Audra, And the fact that, of course, she is a traitor, um, LOD feels that it's only right that she gets rid of one of her concubines. So let's see. Complain about cooling cost? No. Deep. Let's have a deep conversation. She's going to ask her mother if she can take Thomas out of her harem. He can go to one of her sisters or another lady who wants a marriage, but she does not want Thomas as he has traitor's blood within his veins, and she does not want to have a daughter or a son fathered by Thomas. There's nothing against him. She knows that he did nothing wrong, but it'll be a bad look for her in the future. Um, and she doesn't want that type of pressure and weight on her. And I think the queen would definitely agree with her mother. And she would even suggest that maybe Thomas be given to Deianira. Um, he's still a good breeding. He's still of good breeding stock. And though his mother was a traitor, um, you know, Deianira's the second born princess. She'll never inherit the throne. So let's just give Thomas to Deianira, as she needs to produce children of her own very soon. Especially now that she's going to inherit Sunstone Castle. So I think they have come to agreement with that. And also, guys, the princess is now going to go ahead and tell her. And speaking of the harem, I am pregnant. So yes, the princess is going to go ahead and tell her mother that she's pregnant. And she's going to tell her that the father is, of course, Cyrus. So Cyrus will be a father soon. He's been knowing for a while. But you are the second person to know that I am pregnant. So she's going to go ahead and tell her mother. Yes, we are in a tragic place right now with Audra's death, but the queen, I feel like, is a little bit happy to know that she's going to have another grandchild being born soon. And this probably did definitely up her spirits. Yeah, she likes being around her family. I feel it did definitely up her spirits. Like to know that her daughter's going to be having another child very soon. And I think, I just think that this is a very, very happy thing for her right now, considering her good friend just passed away. And one more thing before we do get off, guys, is I want to. Everybody's hanging around in her chambers because she has macaroni and cheese in here, and everybody's hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and get Giselle and my bad. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to manually control them then, I guess, huh? Let's take them. Let's take them. Let's take them outside. Let's get you to go here, and I'm going to get Clara to go here as well. You can put down the macaroni and cheese, and I might have these two talk. And I'm gonna cut here so that the episode won't be too long, and I'll come back when they arrive at their destinations. So one thing Clara's going to go ahead and do, guys, is she's going to go ahead and basically confront Giselle and let her know that what she's doing is terrible. She's creating corruption within our queendom, and sooner or later, the light will come. The truth will come to the light. I was about to say the light will come to the truth, but the light will come to the truth will come to the light. She's gonna let them know she's gonna let Giselle know that this is not right. And she will tell the queen. And let's see. I think Giselle is gonna go ahead and be like, tell her. She wouldn't even believe you. She would not believe you. And she would be like, what I did was at the hands of Lady Audra. Was at the hands of Audra herself. If she would have left and gone about her business, this would have never happened. If she would have never corrupted our queendom, we would have been at peace right now. But she made me do all of this. She's essentially blaming everything on Audra. But she's gonna have a heated duel with Clara. I'm trying to complete this whim here. But look, come on. Um, come on, come on. There we go. But Giselle would essentially tell Clara, the queen is under me. She takes my heed now. If anything, I'm the new lady hand. I hate how like the game is, guys. Because we're trying to get the story done and they're just sitting here waiting to go on their cues. But yes, she's gonna let her know that, you know, the queen, why is she facing this way? Oh my god. She's gonna let her know the queen is the one essentially looking for her for guidance now. And you know, sooner or later she will be the lady hand. And there's nothing that anyone can do to stop her. She's gonna be the one to keep this queendom safe, is what she's going to essentially tell Clara. So yes, guys. Well, Clara has definitely and whooped her ass in the process too. I think Giselle would be like, this is so funny. I think Giselle would definitely be like, you may have done this and this to me, but I will still win in the end. And the queen won't believe nothing you say. So even if you do tell her, you'll be the one in cuffs. You'll be the one in the dungeons, not me. And I think that'll probably put a shiver down Clara's spine. I'm gonna actually complete this whim because I did have a heated duel, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yes, as sad as it is, guys, Giselle is definitely winning in life, and I think that Clara is definitely definitely sink in her system and realize that she cannot do anything about this, or right, at least not right now. And I feel like would feel hopeless, and you know, having to be under Giselle's regime would probably be very hard for her. So I think she's gonna, of course, rush this off because what else can she do? Giselle is just probably over the moon right now because she escaped death herself. And Orlin is right now sleeping. I'm not going to bother her. Elodie has also gone to bed. Moira is going to be aging up soon, guys. Well, she's supposed to be aging up today. So she's going to turn into a toddler. So the next time we come back, she is going to be a little bit older. And let's see, Celestia. Oh, she's right out talking to her brother-in-law, but they are not doing too well. Let's get you, Celestia, to go to bed because you are absolutely tired. Stop talking to Victor, and Dianera's already a bed. So everybody's kind of doing their thing. All right then. Anyway, guys, my name is Ronald the Zimmer, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye. Where is your bed at, woman? Bye bye.